Rotate the paper so that the word Bonfire appears towards the top left side. We're making a crease down the centre. Turn the paper over and fold the nearest corner to the furthest corner. Line the two corners up, hold in place and make a firm crease. You should see the word Bonfire. Unfold and fold the bottom left edge over to the centre. Line it up carefully so that the left corner is nice and neat. Turn the paper round and repeat with the other side to form a kite shape. Flatten the creases. There's a small line. Fold the lower corner to meet the line. Hold in place and crease firmly. Turn round and repeat on the other side, folding to the line. Turn the paper over and fold the lower section along a crease that lines up with two hidden edges underneath. Then fold the corner to the outer corner, folding that short section in half on both sides. Adjust the paper and then flatten carefully. We're now going to make a fold along the crease shown, so turn back and fold over until you can just see that crease. Use that as a reference, line it up in the centre, flatten carefully because there are several layers of paper. Again, to fold the two corners to meet again, fold the paper upwards, align the corners on both sides and then flatten carefully. Try to keep the corners nice and sharp. We're now going to make some creases we're going to use later. Fold the lower edge to the folded edge, but we're only creasing halfway. And again, edge to the centre, crease halfway. Repeat on the other side. It doesn't matter if these creases go too far, you can always practice, make more examples. So these are the creases that are going to be used to form the tail later on. We're now going to fold in the thick edge about the same distance as the width of the legs and attempt to flatten the paper on either end. You press it down into a small triangle. It may end up neat, it may not. The paper's quite thick. Turn around, repeat on the other side, fold up the same amount, carefully flatten. If you're struggling, use a thin wooden stick or something to pinch into the corner and try and get it as neat as you can. It doesn't always work. Repeat on the other side. This comes with practice, and because the paper's quite thick it may not be perfectly neat, but it's inside, so we don't worry too much. We're now going to fold in half along the centre, gently and carefully flattening it. Then we're going to make a crease which starts at the corner of the front leg and folds over to meet a hidden layer towards the back. Fold all the layers over and line them up, making a careful crease. Unfold the paper and pinch the crease through so that it's sticking out of the paper on both sides. The creases come from the corners. We should then be able to fold the paper in half, and the head is turned inside out and facing backwards. We're now going to use the dotted line as a reference guide to fold the triangular paper forwards again and then refold the model in half. This can seem a bit tricky at first, but if you look at it carefully, it's just two creases flattening together. We're now going to fold the inside edge of the front legs to the outside edge of the front legs, lining them up and making a nice crease that meets the corner. Fold this crease up and then press the head down, adjusting the paper so that the lower edge of the head meets the front legs, more or less, and then flatten carefully. Repeat on the other side. Fold the inside edge to the outside edge, and on this side we can use the first corner, which we can see inside, as a reference. So pinch the paper so it's the same place as the other side and simply flatten from the outside, and it should then be the same on both sides of the paper. Hold the trunk and pull it down, reversing the crease so it goes inside, and we want the inside of the back of the trunk to be vertical relative to the body. Fold a small corner over. It's entirely up to you how long you want your trunk to be, so about 1 centimetre. Then we're going to fold the front of the trunk to the back of the trunk, and the crease is going to meet the lower right corner. It can be a little fiddly to arrange, but do it gently and then only flatten the crease when you're sure it's in the right place. Repeat on the other side, lining up the paper, and give a good flatten. We're going to turn the end of the trunk inside out so it faces inwards. Fold the paper over and put your thumbs inside and flatten the paper at whatever angle you wish, adjusting it to taste. Then flatten the paper carefully and it should stay in shape. The tail, we're going to take the upper edge of the tail and fold it inside to meet the backs of the rear legs. Press the paper in and line it up along the edges of the outside sheet of paper on both sides. Pinch the paper and it should flatten with the corner folded all the way inside. Having done that, we can use the creases that we made earlier to press the outside edges of the back legs inside and re-flatten on both sides. Push them in, pinch the crease through, and it should flatten. It will flatten, be confident. Hold the tail from the inside, fold it back up so that the back of the tail lines up with the back of the legs. Press the paper flat so it stays in place. In a similar way, we fold the tail back down inside, changing the direction of the crease. It's called a reverse fold, and arrange it so it's at whatever angle you wish. Flatten the paper. Your elephant is now complete. Congratulations.